Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal Live. And by the video title, what this video is about: the Steelers training day. I said training day, training camp, day 1 and day 2 review. I'm a little sleepy right now because I only had like 4 hours of sleep. I went to sleep late yesterday. That was my fault, but it's okay. I'm still gonna get this video delivered. Now, the first topic we have on here, I got my paper right here. First topic we're discussing is the Diontae Johnson holdout. Diontae Johnson has been he been at the training camp, but he hasn't been participating in any of the activity or like not all the drills out there. He's not putting on the helmet or anything like that. As he's still on the contract, contract negotiation period, and he's still holding out on the contract thing. So I don't know what the plans is. Like what the market is looking. I think like you see a lot of receivers like Christian Kirk got paid big. Terry McLaurin got paid big too like that. And of course, Jesse Johnson is better than Christian Kirk, but I think Terry McLaurin is still above Jesse Johnson like that. Jesse Johnson, in my opinion, he falls in like the mid-teens, or maybe upper teens, like around that like level of skill set. Because you like compare if like you looking from a GM perspective and you have to like bring Jesse Johnson and compare him to every receiver. Because DK Metcalf got paid too. DK Metcalf just got paid literally a couple like 20 minutes ago. He got a $72 million deal with $58 million guaranteed, 3-year extension. So he got paid his money. So you take Jesse Johnson's stats and numbers and you put him up against all these different receivers in the NFL. I think he falls in the mid-teens area. He could move up though, but I think he falls in the mid-teens area, like around that, because I believe DK Metcalf is of course a better receiver than Diontae Johnson, and I believe that Terry McLaurin is as well. And if you like look in the division alone, I don't think Diontae Johnson is the best receiver in the division because you got guys like Mark Cooper, guys like Jamar Chase. Those guys have shown like Jamar Chase only had 1 year, but Jamar Chase his 1 year is something he outdid everything that Daniel just never had a year like that. So like his 1 year he was going crazy and playing like tremendously. And then you have guy like Mark Cooper who's been consistent basically almost every year. Since he got in the league, he's been very consistent, especially with the Raiders, and he started falling, slightly falling a little bit. And then he got traded to the Cowboys. He was consistent. So I probably rank Jesse Johnson maybe like you probably say third or second receiver. I don't think he's the best receiver in the division. Now the division is still open. Like it's not like they like bona fide locked in that spot. It's just like I feel like at the moment I feel like they probably maybe slightly above him, might be ranked slightly above him. And then you take him around and like, compare him to different guys. Like you look at some of the best receivers in the league, like the Stephon Diggs. You look at the DeAndre Hopkins, who's been injured last year, but he come back, he's gonna be balling. DeAndre Hopkins, the Tyreek Hills, Justin Jeffersons. I feel like I'm missing somebody important. Cooper Kupp. That's what I'm missing. Cooper Kupps, and you like take like, all those guys and like you can like name the Diontae Adams. That's what I'm missing too. Diontae Adams and stuff like that. So like I think Diontae Johnson fall in the range of the guys like the Hunter Renfrows and those type of range. I think he might be like around the same range of that, and maybe he can reach the Terry McLaurin range. Because Terry McLaurin haven't had a really elite level quarterback. He's been playing with like guys like Ted Heineken. He wasn't bad. He was all right, but he wasn't like he hadn't played on an elite level quarterback like that. So like he's been putting up numbers like with like different guys and stuff like that. He's very consistent. So we'll see how it plays out. Jesse Johnson gets paid. Hopefully it works out though. 'Cause we need the more the better. The more receivers, the more weapons, the better. We have Jesse Johnson with George Pickens, Claypool, Calvin Austin, all these guys. The more the better. So hopefully everything is situated and they find a deal for him. Moving on to the next topic. Speaking of receivers, the young receivers like George Pickens, Calvin Austin, those guys were going crazy. On day 1 of training camp, Calvin Austin cribbed the screen pass off the on the right side of the field. Made one little cut move inside, and you see the speed. That speed that we've been talking about. We see how he can separate. And that first class speed he has, where he can make defenses. And he, like, especially like he making plays like deep ball plays too. When people gotta start respecting your deep deep route running, they're like, okay, he making all these plays, he making this stuff like that. 'Cause we seen a guy John Ross who broke the record. The fast guy, and he made some plays here and there. He played with the Bengals. He was unhealthy. He made some plays here and there, but he really never stayed healthy. He really never stayed consistent in making those deep plays and like being that like using his speed. But a guy like Tyreek Hill, I think Tyreek Hill was drafted in like the 5th round, I believe so. He was drafted later round. He was drafted like early on. He was drafted later rounds, and he kind of like made a name for himself. Special teams, and then he became elite level receiver. He just started maintaining his speed. And he had like a little drop problem last year, but he still was putting up some big numbers, making some big plays. And Tyreek Hill, like that speed he has and that body control and that motion of like to have that speed and be able to stop on the dime and like cut out and stuff like that. That would be very special. So hopefully Kevin Austin has that as well. We've seen him in college he beat man-to-man coverage a lot in college. So hopefully he be that speed burner that deep threat we want because Chase Claypool supposed to be that guy, but we kind of use him like in 50-50 balls and he don't really come out. They don't really go too well. But some of the 50-50 balls like he probably could be a better thrown ball, but he having chances on him. Like it'd be a lot of drops and misplacements. And then who else we had as a deep threat? Sammy Coates was a guy who we had a deep threat before. He had the speed and we used him as a deep threat here and there, but it didn't work out too well. And then also Juju was kind of a deep threat. His rookie year, stuff like that. We used a lot of deep shots. Them touchdowns he had against the Lions and then against the Broncos and stuff like that. He was kind of like more like that. But I don't think he was like a fully on deep threat. But Martavis Bryant was really the last deep, bona fide deep threat we had. Someone who's a speed burner. We're like, okay, he's going to get some big plays for us. And he made some big plays. He messed his career up with with all the like the couldn't stay off the like what Stephen A. Smith say, stay off the weed. He couldn't stay off the weed. Like that, so he kind of like messed his career. He took a different path. He was on the Raiders, and then that didn't work out too well, and then kind of like fell off a little bit. So, and I think he's at the league now. I don't know if he make a return one day. I don't believe he's that old. I think he may be like 28, 29. So but I don't think he coming back though. But you never know what can happen. We see a lot of people come back. Like Josh Gordon came back, but you see a lot of stuff that can happen in the NFL nowadays. The next topic, with the QB situation. When Chris Tomlin, he hit the podium. He was saying that he'll be patient with the QB situation. Be patient evaluating them, and he said the turnovers and stuff like that. He not really like over evaluating that, like saying like, oh, there's a lot of turnovers like that, because like the QBs did turn the ball over a lot of interceptions thrown. A lot of interceptions was thrown, but Mr. Trubisky made some plays today, especially throwing some touchdowns and like that, getting showing off the like the connection with the receivers and stuff like that. But they did throw a lot of interceptions, and Kenny Pickett didn't look as good today or the other day. He looked the best, but he coming off from college, and he playing and then you playing against in training camp playing against a elite level defense. Steelers defense like top 3. So the offense looking sloppy is a kind of plus to the defense. It's kind of a plus and negative to the offense, but it's a plus to the defense. Like okay, they playing against elite level defense. Like the T.J. Watt and you got Devin Bush who was playing well too. Miles Jack and them guys, and some guys are injured still. I think Tyson Lulu is he didn't play. He didn't practice. Larry Ojanobi didn't practice. Not Ojanobi. Ojan got. I messed his name up. Larry OG. We're gonna call him Larry OG. Larry OG didn't. I think his foot injury. Miles Killebrew, the special team specialist. I think he had like 2 block punts for us last year. I think he scored one. He scored on one of them. That's a Bills game, I think. When he scored the first game of the season, he had one against the Chargers. He had a pec injury, so he was out. And then who else was out? Oh, Pat Fryermuth had lower back tightness like that, so he had a little back injury. And I believe the other person, let me see. Oh, Minka was wrist. He just, I think Minka doing a little bit of stuff like he was using his other hand, like catching one-handed passes, doing like hand-eye coordination type of drill. But he was out really. He wasn't really participating in any of the activities. The injuries. I think he got some type of biking incident. I guess he was taking lessons from. Some people saying they're taking lessons from Big Ben. Remember Big Ben had the biking incident. We flew through the windshield, or almost flew through the windshield or something like that. Something crazy happened a long time ago. But the QBs, I think they be pretty good. I know people saying like the Mr. Trubisky is probably like the guy. Like he got a little separation, but he's not like far fetched. Like okay, this guy's a bona fide guy right there. He got like a little like slight separation like from the other guys like Mason Rudolph and Pickett. But Mason Rudolph is second, I believe so, and K Pickett is last right now. If you're looking at like what they've been doing, and the way people like evaluating them like as QB1 is Trubisky, QB2 is Rudolph, and QB3 is Kenny Pickett. So hopefully Kenny Pickett get pick it up, but he is practicing against elite level defense, a top tier defense. So get used to it. Another thing too is I talked about Devin Bush and Spillane were looking well with the interceptions they had too. And I believe that might be actually it. I think I covered everything. Yep, I covered everything. So yeah, training camps have been looking pretty well. Of course, we still have some concerns. About my main concerns really is the quarterback situation and the O line. The O line. I know there's some new guys in there like James Daniel. I know he's gonna be pretty good. Cause I seen him with the Bears and stuff like that in the starting role, and so he played very well. But some other guys, still little question marks around those other guys that we don't know. And some of the guys we already have on our team, we don't know where they're going to be at. Like, the Dotsons. I remember we had Leglue. Leglue played well last year. Then you got Moore. Moore did his thing here and there. But, yeah, sometimes he was kind of bad in pass coverage. And then you got so it's a lot of guys like that. So there's a lot of guys we got on the O-line Mason Cole was another guy too that has a little question marks around him. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if the D line can, get everybody out there to practice, everybody get healthy, and we'll see when Pat Fryermuth is just like a little sprain, something like that, nothing like too crazy. It's like lower back injury, but looking pretty good so far. But I will be back here probably the next day. This time I'll probably do the same day type of stuff. Be here to give a review for day 3. But you gotta leave a like in the comment section. I said leave a like in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you like it. If you don't like the video, dislike it. And leave a comment in the comment section. I'll see you guys next time on Arsenal Live. Peace.